got Will Asher at 10.75 meters. He knows the score. Literally, he knows the score that he needs to beat in order to take the lead. It's more than 3 1/4, courtesy of Freddie Winter. So, here comes Will Asher. Entrance number 1. 10-7. Whoa, look at this. Letting that ski roll. His famous 2-4-6 side turn. Just whipping that ski round, going across the course in very, very efficient fashion. And now getting ready for 10.25 meters. And they're in a very, very quick order indeed. Efficiency and movement, allowing the ski to arc round the way it's designed to. Looking very, very strong. And that is Will Asher. Now, let's have a look at the strength readings for Will Asher. I don't think they would have changed very much between rounds. As a matter of fact, 10.75 meters he recorded. This was actually in round 1. This is the strongest he was able to pull halfway down course on 10.75 meters. But he's through that pass in this section of the competition. Now let's have a look at the tension standings for each of our competitors. And no surprise there, Freddie Winter is still your leader in that particular event as well as being the leader here so far in the finals. Here we go, 10.25 meters. He has got to get outside buoy number 3 cleanly, out of number 4 cleanly, getting round. Oh, gets round number 4. Can he make it to the wakes? Yes, he can. Yes. We're gonna double check this to make sure that is indeed a turn round buoy number 4. We're actually gonna have a word with him, as a matter of fact. So, we've determined that he's made it outside buoy number 4. We're now determining, and Will Asher is going to come here and have a look at the screen. You got it? Going to take a look here. Yeah. 4 buoys confirmed. That is music to Will Asher's ears. He's standing next to me right now. He's in the lead at this time. So, Will Asher.
Where do I stand?
Right here. So now, last skier to go. And who would have thought this after the first round? This is Joel Howley of Australia from Brisbane in Queensland. 5 buoys at 10.25 meters in round number 2. A disastrous showing in buoy number 1. And this is where he is right now. 12 meters.
Joel's looking pretty smooth these days. How far away I gotta stand?
All right, so we got Will Asher here coming off the water. 4 buoys, 10.25 meters. You're currently in the lead. You've got Joel Howley, the only competitor who can unseat you.
Yeah.
What say you?
What say me? Yeah, this is always the hardest position to be in. Sit here and wait. You kind of put up a score. I've been hanging out at Swiss all week, and Joel's been here. He's been skiing really well, and he showed it this morning. So I think you guys are in for a pretty good show. I definitely didn't knock it out of the park. I thought 1, 2, this is it. I'm gonna run this damn thing. but you know, came into 4 and I had Freddie in my mind a little bit. Maybe his crash, maybe that he got just a piece of it.
He might actually be flattered that you said that.
It's hard to miss him.
Quote of the year.
I came in at 4. I'm like, well, I don't want to steal the show as far as crashes go, but yeah.
All right then.
Yeah.
Let's keep you right here, bud. You can lay your ski on the floor. You can get dried off a little bit, but I want to get your first reaction after we take a look here. We know that Will Asher currently lying in first place. Here he comes. This is 11.25 meters. A skier that's definitely been grown in stature in the last few seasons. And Will Asher, he's run 4 at 10.25 meters, and that is the score that Joel Howley will be going for. Now, I'm sure that you've experienced this yourself on 1 or 2 occasions. All right, now we've got the set lined up, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to speak while he's in the.
All right then, so we've got Will Asher here, and he's currently in the lead with 4 at 10.25 meters. Actually, as a matter of fact, and I do have to kind of applaud you for this, that you don't really want to talk too much while he's within earshot, while he's skiing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
now he's up there.
I didn't want him to have my voice in his head when he was going out to ski, but the hard part for him now is to stay in his own game. There's a half decent score out there. He's got to work to get it, but he's capable. Here he goes.
All right, 10.75 meters. First things first, a little bit rocking from one end of the course to the next. Oh my word, oh my word, he goes down on buoy number 4. Get in the frame, take a seat. Okay. Take a seat. You're in the frame. You're certainly in the frame. You've won. Congratulations, you've won. Woo! All right. Man alive. So,
Oh man,
how does that feel?
it feels unreal. I mean, the older I get, the more I appreciate these moments because they're not going to be here forever. A stacked field, everyone's skiing super well. I was actually the oldest guy in the event, which is kind of weird for me to say. I always considered myself the young guy, and now you got all these amazing talents.
Well, I
that
think
are coming
actually
up
Chris
and-
Parrish is actually slightly older than you.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah, thank you, Chris. No, I feel for Joel because obviously he's skiing very well. Second round, he nailed it, put it out of the park. But the really hard part of being last off the dock is trying to stay in your own game and not be distracted by what's happened in front of you. I've been plagued by it my whole career. It's a tough spot to be in. So for sure, he's learned something really special being last off the dock. He'll be back to do it again.
So you speak about Joel as if he is like the preeminent future about the of this slalom event. I mean, I'm going to ask this fairly, and I'm going to ask this rather well. I mean, I don't know how I can be any more blunt, but do you consider your days as a professional slalom skier at this level to be numbered, or do you have a number of years to work with? Having said what you just said about Joel.
No, I mean, I'll say it about everybody that's on the dock. I mean, I look at everyone that's skiing besides me, whether it's Joel, whether it's Robert, whether it's Freddie, whether it's, you name them. Everyone skis individually and everyone is skiing phenomenally well. So for me, I feel like I'm in a fortunate position as where I've been around the block, you could say, but I also get to sit back and appreciate the talents coming up, and for me it's really cool. I get to ski with Benny and John on a daily basis, and like I've found a new appreciation for the sport. Winning is awesome. Like I'm never gonna sit here and say this isn't the coolest freaking thing that's happened this year for sure. Well, sorry Nicole, she's in a lot of cool stuff too. But as far as my skiing goes, this is definitely the highlight so far. I'm super pumped.
Yes, indeed. And the immediate future this season, Masters coming up. I mean, you've already qualified for it. I mean, you qualified in more than 1 or 2 criteria, for crying out loud, and you've done that for the last few seasons. You've got Robin Lake coming up, Callaway. You've got 1 or 2 other events. You probably go to Europe for those, and then you've got Putrajaya, the World Championships. You've got a pretty stacked season.
Yeah.
What's your view of them going forwards?
Yeah, I mean, a couple, 3-4 years ago, if we were sat in this position saying we're going to have 10 to 15 events in a season that we can enjoy the stress of preparing for, it's pretty neat for me, because I was here kind of in the beginning of my season where there were a lot of events, but now for a lot of these guys, they get to experience that too, traveling around the world and having the stress of getting on a plane and doing all that stuff and having to perform to your best. So yeah, for me it's awesome. I'm going to take it one step at a time. I haven't even planned out my summer, but I plan on being at as many as I can, and I don't have any plans on quitting. I enjoy this too much. So thanks guys, thanks Swiss, thanks all the guys that made this possible. Thanks to my wife and my dogs. They're awesome.
Okay, and obviously, I'm gonna give you a couple more moments to thank your sponsors. You've got Syndicate. You've got some others that have really helped propel you to new heights.
Yeah, I've had some amazing companies that have stuck by me throughout my whole career. So I've been with HO, I've been with Malibu, Performance Ski and Surf. They've just been a huge factor in me being able to do what I do and what I love, and hopefully do it for a few more years to come.
All right, then. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a big round of applause. Your 2019 Swiss Pro Slalom Champion, Will Asher. We're going to have prize giving in just a few moments. Stick around for that, please. And then we got a buffet to come right afterwards. This has been the 2019 Swiss Pro Slalom. Stick around for the prize presentation. We're going to have that in just a few minutes. Hold up a second, Joel. Come over here, pal. Come on. No, we're going to go on the prize. Yeah, I know. All right, then. And just when you thought we had enough interviews, we got Joel Howley.
What's up, Tony?
Oh, wow. First round, complete disaster. Second round, complete ecstasy. Third round,
standard.
Yeah. So
a little bit below par, but I've found something. I normally wouldn't be testing this much leading into tournaments, but just recently in training, I've sort of changed quite a lot. And often, when you just implement a new change, it's sort of, you get a little inconsistent, but I mean, my scores are there. I just got to make it my own. I've got this new technique and I sort of need to settle it into my default skiing. And then hopefully I'll be able to repeat the big scores a little more often. That's the plan anyway. We'll see what happens.
All right then. Okay, so, well, Will Asher said some very nice words about you. You've probably heard about them. What's
nice.
Your reaction?
I didn't hear it, but thank you, Will. Good on you.
He basically said that you could well be the future of the sport.
Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, I've definitely been chasing it for quite a while, and the technique I got right now definitely feels the most comfortable. And I know I said I've made 3 big changes throughout the years, and it's hard to decide to throw everything out. I mean, once you've run a 41 in training, you sort of tend to want to stick to that technique, but I've definitely changed quite a lot, and I mean, it's got some scores, it's coming. It's just, I don't quite feel 100% committed to the new style I got going.
All right, so and before we leave, I know we got a prize giving, Clint, but just take a look at the skiers that you basically hung with the leaderboard. You got Will Asher, you got Freddie Winter, Sasha Deskun, and all the rest. I mean, could you have imagined?
Have a go. How many Conleys there are?
A few years ago, yes, yeah. I know you love the Conleys, and so does Krista Schippner as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, could you have hung with guys of that caliber?
A few years back? No way.
A few years back, no.
No, it's been a long, hard journey. Skiing at this level is so cutthroat. You really do. Just have to enjoy it and take the highs with the lows. But yeah, I love it. Wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm very happy with my career choice. We got prize given, Tony.
All right, let's go give some prizes away. Ladies and gentlemen, Joel Howley. We got prize giving in just a few minutes, so stick around, please.